How do? Welcome back. Well, today we're trying the Festival US Steam Beer. I don't know if they're allowed to use that. I thought steam beer was trademarked by Anchor Brewery, but maybe it's just a US trademark, I don't know. The actual style is generally referred to as California Common, and it is an American style beer. So let's open the bottle and see what this tastes like. This has been in the bottle now for 2 weeks. Now I think in the instructions it said like a month. 1 week to carb up and then 3 weeks in a cool place. This is 2 weeks and I've had it in the fridge for about 3 days now. A nice hiss. I brewed it or fermented it just as per the instructions. There we go. Original gravity was 1050 and it finished 10 days later 1008. So it went right down. And that gives an ABV of 5.5, but as I used a teaspoon of dextrose in the bottle, it's probably closer to 6. I got the kit actually for £18.95. They knocked £6 off, which I thought was a good deal because it comes with 100 grams of Northern Brewer dry hops. And I mean, they'll cost you about £4 on their own. And it also came with, it's a 3 kilogram pouch of liquid extract, but then they also give you 2 other pouches of dextrose, 150 grams for priming sugar, which I used, but only a teaspoon at a time in each bottle, and 350 grams as extra fermentable. So, I mean, that together is 500 grams. So you get 500 grams of dextrose, 100 grams of dry hops, pellet hops, and the 3 kilograms of liquid malt extract for £18.95. I think the offer's finished now. They're just using up old stock. The best before date on this was June, so they're just slashing the prices to get rid, I suppose. Anyway, here it is. I dry hopped on day 5 as per instructions, and then I bottled on day 10, and it's just been over 2 weeks now. Okay, let's go with the aroma. Well, this has really chilled down. This really has, so I'm not getting much. But it has got like an earthy, dry aroma to it. A little bit of malt. But it's mostly that really dry, earthy aroma. Okay, let's take a taste. Cheers, everyone. Sweetish malt. A little bit of citrus I'm getting. And then it finishes actually quite nice and dry. Well, you would expect that, wouldn't you, at 1008? And there's an earthiness to that dryness as well. You know what, that is really chilled, so I'm probably not getting all the flavours like I should be. But that is a damn nice quaffable beer. At nearly 6%, you don't notice it. you really don't. You could be in trouble with that. On a nice hot summer's day. It's a little bit lagerish. It's quite light bodied, light to medium bodied. Beautiful copper colour to it. That's not a bad beer at all. A little bit of herbaliness as well. I've never used Northern Brewer, except as a bittering hop. I've never used it for flavour or aroma or a dry hop. But I did check the style guidelines for California Common, and it is the most common hop that's used in this style. It's like the focus of the style is the Northern Brewer hop. And according to hop profiles online, it's meant to be woody, and they say minty. I'm not really getting any mint. But yeah, there's a herbaliness to it, and definitely at the back end you get this dryness, which, yeah, like an earthy dryness, which I suppose you could describe as being woody. That's a bloody nice pint. And it's a style that we don't really hear much of, do we? Not here in the UK anyway. I don't think any brewers, commercial brewers, brew a California Common. Could be wrong, but I don't think they do. But it's not a bad beer at all. The yeast, by the way, was about 10 grams of California Common yeast, which makes me wonder if it was actually the Mangrove Jacks. I forget the number. But they're the only producers that make specifically California Common yeast. There may be others, but that's the only one I know. So I'm just wondering if it's actually the Mangrove Jack yeast, because it did state it is California Common yeast. I've saved it actually. I put it in a little jar and it's in the fridge now in case, well, I do want to make this again. I may have to have a look at for a recipe and see if I can make one, my own version. But that is a cracking beer, and I'm telling you, in summertime, outside, sat in your garden, that would be a really refreshing beer. And it doesn't taste like 5.5 or 6%. I'm happy with that. I'm telling you, if the rest of these festival kits come out like this, I'm going to be really happy. US Steam beer, I got it discounted, $18.95 from brew to bottle. I don't know if they've still got that offer on, but if they have, I mean, £18.95 for a 3 kilogram pouch and your 100 grams of hops and your, well, 500 grams of dextrose. I mean, the hops and the dextrose together, that's probably going to be £8. It's a tenner for the actual extract. That's a bloody good deal. But I'd try it. If they've still got that offer on, I'd try it. I think normally it's £24.95. But they've slashed £6 off. Bloody hell, if it's available, I'd buy it. And even at £24.95, that's a damn good deal, given the amount of hops you get, and you get a decent amount of yeast as well. A nice 10 grams, 10 or 11 grams, I think it was. But yeah, it's a style I've never actually brewed before. I've never tasted. It makes me now want to go out and perhaps look online for a UK importer of Anchor Steam and do a comparison. But that's bloody nice. That is bloody nice. Nice and refreshing, lagerish, but with a little bit of an ale quality to it. In fact, if you've got friends and they're coming around for a barbecue now that it's, you know, we're looking at spring and summer, and they're lager drinkers, this would be perfect, because with California Common, I think it's a hybrid yeast, so it has characteristics of lager, but you can brew it at room temperature. This was kept constant at 22 degrees. And it does have a little bit of a lager characteristic. It's a very good crossover beer. So if, you know, if you've got any barbecues planned, well, Easter's just round the corner, isn't it? Maybe that's a bit too close to brew this, but if you've got any barbecues planned in April, May, June, and your friends are lager drinkers, then this will be crack. In fact, you could probably tell them it's a lager and they wouldn't know any different, really. It's just a bit more flavourful than your lager. Brilliant. Highly recommend. Give it a go. I'll be making this kit again, even at $24.95. I'll be making this kit again. Nothing kitty about it at all, just like a commercial beer. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy whatever you're drinking at the moment or will be doing over the weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.